Hello everyone, this is John for PokerVIP.com, and in this video I am making part 3 of 4 of the How to Crush the Micro Stakes on TonyBet. So far, the first 2 series we played a mixture of 5, 10 and 25 and L. In this video, as always, I've pulled up the first 4 tables available. So top table we have a 25 and L, top right 10 and L, bottom left 50 and L, and bottom right 25 and L, so a nice spread out there. We are on the waiting list for the 10 and L, but I figured I'd get the video started playing 3 tables because I got a 50 and L game, which is really cool. And this TNB 10432 guy I have marked as a fish. Pretty bad note. We should note why he is a fish, but I was probably making a video or just doing something. So I do apologise for that, but you know, if he's a weak player and he's on my right on a 50 NL game, we should have some fun. I just now need to figure out why he was a bad player. But yeah, basically the reason we're playing on TonyBet is I believe it's the softest site of 2016. I love the software. I love the people behind it. Obviously, Tony G. And I want to see it succeed. So hopefully this will help. Make sure you sign up with the links and badges and everything else around the video and below the video. So I'm just going to talk about the hands as they happen, when they happen, and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and hopefully we'll make some money. Ace Queen suited, I think it's definitely fine to bet on this King 7-10. We're going to get some folds, we're going to turn a lot of equity, and we can of course turn the nuts. Once we don't turn any equity, I'm going to check and probably just fold. If it was a heart, I could definitely just, continue to barrel. But I think here's a fold. He is the weak player, but I'm unsure why. King 8 suited top left, actually this is a mistake in the open. I just want to make it 75. I don't see any advantage of making it any bigger than 3x. I just need to get used to the software a little bit there. Going to bet the King 8 suited. On a King 8, King Queen 6 rainbow, I would definitely go for a check because my hand isn't strong enough, nor is it weak enough. So I want to check, control the size of the pot, induce, go for turn and river value. But once it's a wet board with diamonds, then I'm going to, want to go ahead and bet and get value. So this is going to be a pretty clear check call. I don't expect to have Jack 9 or Ace Jack too often. Queen 10 improves, King 10 improves, that already beat me, so I think he could just be floating and bluffing here, or maybe he's got Jack 7 of diamonds and he's just, semi-bluffing. So I'm going to go ahead and call. River will be a call because I made 2 pair. And I counterpicked Queen 10 and Queen 6. Don't live it out of flush got there. But, yeah, it's a call because we're blind versus blind. I'm getting a good price. And we, of course, improved. He actually had Ace Jack. So he floated a face jack pre. I think that's fine. And he floated with a good shot. And he actually made some quite good sizing there to make sure he got called for my, King 9 type hands. He probably didn't think I was as strong as I was on turn or river with top pair or with 2 pair. But he would definitely get value from a wide range of mine. Even hands like Ace Queen and Queen Jack might call there for that sizing. But I think once we make 2 pair, it's pretty much just a call. I don't really want to raise there. I don't think I get called by worse. I think he 3-bets Ace King pre. If he has a like King Jack, which plays this way, I don't think he's going to bet call raise. And I don't think I can actually get, a better hand to fold by turning my hand into a bluff. So I don't think Ace Jack folds there if I check raise. Not too sure why I've not been dealt into this hand. Not too sure. But whatever. We will just get some reloads going on. As always, I'm happy to share my profit and loss when making videos on sites. I deposited £100 into this, which I'm not too sure how many euros that is, 120, 130 euros, something like that. But at the end I'll show the cashier. Obviously it's sample size, we can lose a lot, we can win a lot, we can do absolutely nothing at all over 4 videos. But I have also played a €100 high roller on Sunday, where I finished 11th. I got Ace King in versus Ace Jack, and was very unfortunate for him to hit Jack on the river. But basically there was 27 runners, €100 entry, 3k guaranteed, so a nice overlay there. And the standard was horrific. It was really enjoyable until I bust. So yeah, lots of value in tournaments also. Why are we reloading all the time? Well, basically the reason we want to reload is to make sure we've always got 100 big blinds or more. And by having 100 big blinds or more, we obviously play a correct strategy, and we want to have people covered, or have most of them covered, so then we can win the maximum in our big pots. We're going to check fold there. King 9 suited is going to be a fold. So yeah, 4-part series. There might be a few bonus ones after. This is part 3 of 4. Part 4 is just the same. We sit down at the 4 open tables and go. I'm looking in the lobby now. There are 6 2NL games going, 2 10NL, 3 25NL, 2 50NL, and then there's a good few tables running, including a €1 to €50 game. So plenty of traffic. I'm making this at like 2 PM on a Monday afternoon, so it should be quieter. We get min raised here. We're just going to go ahead and call. Very good hand to call with, getting a good price in position. Flop top pair, no backdoor flush draw. He overbet jams. I mean, we have to be right an awful lot of the time to make this correct. And he could just have had like 8s or an overpair. But you've got to assume, like, why would someone do this? So it's actually quite a tough decision. We're not getting a good price, but we do have top pair versus someone who's probably a weak player. However, weak players might do this with overpairs. But I think that's kind of a chance we've got to take. And the reason I say that is because on these sites, lots of people give money away. Lots of people play really bad. They couldn't show up here with like ace queen, ace king, because they don't want to bet, they don't want to lose too much of their stack. So they just go ahead and jam it in, hope he fold. If we call, then they can hit an ace or a king. So I do think there's a chance we can just be like, we're never dead and buried because we can hit a 7 or a 9, of course. But there is a chance we're not doing too great. But I also do feel there's a chance that he just has nothing. And I think that chance is higher than when he has something. So I'm going to go ahead and make the call. And yeah, he just has his ace jack. And that's something I see just so much of on these games. They don't know what to do, they just ship it in. All in on the top right table, flip. This is a good spot for a re-ISO. On the bottom left, 50NL game. King Queen here, it's pretty close between flattening and folding, but we do have like a couple of bad players behind who we don't mind being in the pot. I'm just going to bet here once check too. I just want this guy behind me to give us some money, and I also just want to get value off whatever the opener has, but they sadly both fold. And the re-ISO worked really well bottom left. I spoke a lot about re-ISOs over the years whilst making videos, but basically the weak player will limp, a good player will ISO, which just means raise, so they will get it heads up with them with a good hand or a not so good hand, something playable, some suited connector maybe. And then, they're not always going to wake up with a big hand. So once we come in with a 4th bet, they're not going to be that happy. Looks like 28. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to come off this one because we have a 25NL game running. I don't have too much of a bankroll in here, so fingers crossed we run good. I deposited £100, like I said. Played 2 videos, played €100, freeze out. But we're still up. We've been doing good. Making some money. Oh no, I took the wait for big blind thing off on the other table and now I'm blind posting with deuce 3 suited. Way to burn a big blind, John. Gonna ISO here. Top left table. Get a very quick call from the big blind and a quick call from the original flat or. I'm going to check versus 2, but I do have the ace of clubs. So, lots of good turns. Jacks, queens, clubs. But against 2 people, I think it's definitely fine to just go ahead and check and give up and fold. So the tables are rejigged. So top left, 25NL. Top right, 50NL. Bottom 2, 25NL again. Okay, here we're going to go for the ISO again here. Against 2 opponents, I'm going to 5x it. Six eight, we're going to 3x, bottom left. Ace-8 here is pretty close between betting and checking. I think I'm just going to opt to check and basically just allow him to bet lots of turns and rivers, and I can just call and call. Or if he checks, I can just bet really small and just try and get him to call with like a queen or something. Sad that he folds very quickly. Seems like a very passive player. This one on top left, TNB 18084. so we can use that to our advantage. Feels like this video has been running a long time. Just checked. Got a straight here, so I'm just going to bet. Queen 5, we're going to fold. Please leave any comments below the video. And please also review using the star rating feature. Queen Deuce is a fold. Jack 10 top right is pretty close, but I think I'm going to open them as a gun +1. With my 10 Jack off. Nobody's been that active. King Queen again here. I think I'm just going to flat versus the ISO. 10 Jack I'm going to bet, and there's quite a few turns I can barrel, but he snap folds, that's good. I don't think I need to re-ISO bottom right. You know, I'm in position, I'm on the button, and I have a strong hand. So flatting's okay. Top right I've opened again, pretty loose. But again, people just haven't been 3-betting often on this table, so let's go for it. King Queen I opted to bet on the bottom right once checked to. I think that's fine. We have nothing. People aren't showing any strength, so why not? Turn's pretty close. I think I can bet here with Make 10. I don't think this guy's always just going to be like 9 heavy or flush heavy. And even if he is, we have out, so we're going to go ahead and bet. Jack here I'm going to go for delayed C-bet. And King Queen I'm going to bet. Just in case he's got like the 10 of spades or something, I think like 525 into 937 is good. If he raises, I will call pretty quick. But it feels like I can, you know, 7-8 with the 8 of spades type hand. And he actually had... Oh, he mucks. I couldn't see that one. Interesting. Normally it shows. Guess certain situations that you do certain things. But he didn't give me any abuse in the chat, so I assume he didn't have that strong of a hand. There are lots of weak players on here. If I didn't have a microphone obscuring my keyboard, I would show you, like, you know, well, I'd be making more notes. You know, if you're on a site like this where there's like no HUD and you know, small player pool, and you're often going to be like playing the same people all the time, you should have so many notes, like super efficient notes. You know, just knowing everything every time, and just, you know, as many as possible. Just hands they show up with, how often you think they're bluffing, if they're passive, you know, hand history description of like a hand they played weird versus you. Just everything and anything will always, you know, help you. Aces, blind versus blind, just using the usual 3x open. Get a call, interesting flop here. Just going to go for a standard, you know, C-bet around 2/3 of the pot. If I get raised, I won't be happy. Good turn card for us in the sense that it doesn't improve anything, but bad in the sense of it might make him start folding his 3s, 4s, and 7s. He calls again, flush gets there. I don't think I want to check. I think I prefer to just bet small, and if he raises, I'll fold. But I don't want him to just be able to check back his 7. But when he does call, it does sometimes feel like a flush like that. But once you check and they do just check back, like Ace-7, for example, it never feels good. So I'm just going to give him like 5-1 and hope he calls, but he folds pretty quick. You know, I don't think I need to check to induce there. I don't think he's going to turn that many hands into a bluff. So betting is definitely the right way forward, and just playing, you know, exploitatively, like we should just bet small. King 9 here, we can probably just go for a check raise with the hearts, but he opts to not c-bet. Here I am going to go for a 3-bet. And the reason I'm... Actually, does he have 633 back? I think he has 633 back. And the reason I'm doing this is I just don't want him to be able to just check back a lot of turns. And we obviously have the free roll. Looks very strong though, but I don't want him to just be able to, you know, check back river. So I'd rather just get it in here when he's got like a 9, and I'll just free roll him. He actually just has 2 pair. Okay, we win the first one, and the second one. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't too worried I was going to scare him off. Like, you know, he's kind of committed himself at that point, and, you know, I assume he's got a 9 an awful lot of the time, even though he checked back the flop. So I'd just rather get it in before, you know, any reason why he doesn't want to put it in the river. And if he does have a hand like he does, I don't want the river to, you know, come another bad card to stop him, you know, putting it in with like a set or something like that. you know, at least he's got a hope of something happening, you know, good happening for him on the river, in his eyes. Yeah, I mean, free money. I've said this a lot. I mean, this is just, you know, the real meaning of free money. I am doing absolutely nothing special. My stack has not been at risk. I have not played crazy. I have not done anything that anybody in the world can't do, you know, but we are making lots of money. Just going to do a rough count of how much money I have in here. About 220 euros, I guess. So I'll probably got like 180 euros, including the 100 I used in the tournaments, but from the cash games, just from making like 3 videos. Again, sample size, you know, doesn't mean anything. I could just have been running hot, but we have seen this across many sites now, and you know, when you're playing lots of bad people and when you're playing hands well, you will make money. Ace 10, good spot to 3-bet. Just over 3x is good to me. Not like flatting with Ace 10. It's quite hard to play out of position. We just get check fold an awful lot of the time. So when we 3-bet, then, you know, we can take control. We can get some C-bets in and so forth. Get a 3-bet here with Ace 10 suit. It's pretty close. The guy looks like a pretty weak player. I think I'm going to opt a call here. And it can get tricky in spots like this, because I'm going to find it very hard to fold versus someone who I assume is not a good player. Gonna check turn and see if I can just induce, or if he's got like kings or jacks, I might be able to get river value. Plus it does control the size of the pot, although he's got absolutely massive here, which is worrying. Don't like that at all, but it's going to be a call. River, not good for us. Flush gets there, king jack of clubs, king 10 of clubs, 10 jack of clubs. But he instantly mucks, and we might be able to see what he had. Queen 10. Oh no, that's not him, is it? Saying... Okay. Confused about that one. Doesn't seem to be that guy, so I'm not too sure. King 6, second pair, flush draw, don't want to raise, don't want to blow the pot, just want to get there and make some money. Gonna bet my queen 4, 3-way on this turn, gonna raise this turn here because I want to get money in the middle. It does look very strong. It does let the player behind just fold quickly, but you know, at the same time, we get more money in the pot. This guy raises, so he's gonna have some flushes a good amount of time. Just thinking, if I flat, the pot's gonna be pretty small by the river, so I'd prefer to just go ahead and 3-bet and just try and get it in now. Say he's got like the jack high flush or the queen high flush. I don't want the board to pair and to put him off. So yeah, I think he just gave away his hand strength there, pretty obviously. Jack queen suited here. I do block some hands, so I think this is a good spot for 4-bet. I mean, I prefer to do this with like Jack queen offsuit, because Jack queen suited does see flops better. Yeah, I'll actually go and fold there. Pretty close. Ace jack, I ISO it. I'm going to check, try and get him to bet. If he does not, I will bet all turns and rivers. He bets pot, which is interesting. But I'm just not going to be able to find too many folds on many runouts. But this one I probably will. He can have some 10s, he can have some queens. So I'm just going to put like a stopper / value bet out there. So if I just get him to snap me off like a 7 or a jack, that's worse. But he just folds. I don't always think he's got me beat there, basically. So it's kind of like a stopper / value bet. And yeah, we are crushing. We are making money. Big pot going on bottom right. 4 deuce of hearts wins. A lot of money on that board. A lot of money indeed. Deuces I called, and I think I just bet once here. If he calls, I give up. If he's got like mid pairs, he's just going to fold. Which he does. Quite often it's very easy to just check and wave the white flag, but if you think about it, most people just c-bet. Especially their strong hands, so when it looks like something, it usually is. Three-bet top left, pretty standard. C-bet top right, pretty standard. Pretty close here. If I go for a barrel or not, that's not the greatest board to do it on, so I think I'm probably going to give up. He's going to have like lots of ace-x, like, and lots of sets, so I'm just going to wave the white flag. If these games are still running, I'm going to instantly make the 4th video after, because I really like these tables that I'm on. And we'll have some, like, big stacks, and hopefully the other people might develop some big stacks, and we might get into some 6 spots. So that could be fun. Ace-5 in the cutoff, I'm going to fold. King-6 a fold, 4-9 is a fold. Ace-10 I'm going to open. Again, not too loose actually. I think that's okay. I think most people will probably open Ace-10 mid-position. Couple of callers. Started some sort of party. And get squeezed, so just going to fold. Ernesto sells on 2 tables on the left. But he doesn't have like 100 big blind stack sizes, so I'm unsure if he's good or not. 3s, we open, pretty bad flop. We're just going to check fold here. Very wet, very, like so many hands you could have 7 8s, 8s 9s, hearts, 10s, 6s, 4s, 5 7s, everything. So I think this is one where we can just go ahead and check and fold. Unless just squeezes and check folds on an Ace 8-3 with 2 spades. Not a thing irregular there, but interesting to note. Get 3 of it with my 8s. 8-5, we see an Ace, Ace-3. I'm going to call here, getting a good price with the 8s against 2 opponents. Ace-4, just going to make it with small blind, and Queen-9 suited, we're going to raise. 8-5, I'm just going to half pot. If they fold, that's awesome. It's very hard for like the small blind to call like 6s because he's got another player behind him, and I'm showing aggression. And that's just 3-bet me again. Pretty interesting. This guy's just gone ahead and jammed, so he's obviously just a very bad weak player. Is he the guy actually who had the Ace Jack versus me? Very possible. But yeah, we're not going to do anything there, of course, because even his goofy, bluffy hands have me beat or have lots of equity versus me, so nothing I can do. No heroes can be made. Jack Queen going to ISO. It's 2 opponents, so I'm going to 5x. On the button, Jack Queen suited, ISOing 2 opponents. Making it 5x is just the real dream come true. It's that exact type of hand you want to play. Good shot. Backdoor flush draw. Backdoor straight flush draw. So this will be a pretty easy bet. And I think half pot, it will do the job. If he folds, that's fine. If he calls, that's fine. If he raises, that's fine. It would all result in us just not folding. I think I'm just going to wear Bankroll here, even though it's quite a scary turn card. I think he's going to have like lots of like 8-9s, 9-10s, 10 highs, pairing of flush draws. So I can get value from those. And obviously quite a few rivers that come down, like a 9. He can make 2 pair, but I can make a straight. So nothing too major. Gonna squeeze here with my king queen. Ace 8, really good flop. Gonna bet pretty large. Queen 9, gonna see bet 3/4 pot. Ace 8, quick call, spade on the turn. 6-7 gets there as well. This will now be a check. And just hope he checks. If he bets, it's pretty close. And it's pretty close. I think I have to call just in case he has like some sort of semi-bluff here. I also have outs, I assume, but 6-7 and spades getting there is not ideal. But I think I'll call and just fold rivers. Queen 9 I'm going to check. Ace 8 I'm going to check fold. Yeah, just very happy to just half pot, half pot. I don't think he's going to be doing this like Ace Jack, Ace Queen. Certainly don't think he's going to be doing it for worst 2 pair. But we are getting such a good price. But I think it's a fold. Queen 9 is just a call here. Shoot on my head. Yep, he had Queen Deuce. Simasikas, you crazy. So that was the first big pot we lost. It wasn't that big, but I think fairly standard. I just feel like that kind of spot where he just calls flop and the worst turn card gets there and he bets but not too big, and then river, he bets on whatever, it's not too big, gives me a good price. He's going to think I've got lots of like ace queen, ace king type hands that I'm just going to check call with for that amount. But I think when he's trying to get value from those types of hands, then the hand I have, he's going to get lots of value from. So I think we outsmarted him there, maybe. Hopefully. Possibly. It's never fun folding 2-pair, but I think that's a very good spot to do it. He can also have sets. He might have a hand like 8-9, but I do block that, and I don't think he calls once I bet into 2 people on the flop. So he's either running a very good bluff, or he's got me crushed. I just feel like more often than not, he's got me crushed. But we do have pretty much the top of our range there. Once we start calling, sets, I guess, and but that ace-8 is quite high up there. Not the turn we wanted. Not the turn we wanted at all. Gonna set out with the next big blind. Not because I'm tilted, just because we're gonna finish off this part 3 of 4. Like I say, just glorious software. Glorious, glorious, glorious. You see me play, there's been no bugs, there's been no lag. Very quick, very smooth, everything you want. I mean, I wish they had auto top up. Maybe they do and I've just not figured it out. But I did check a good couple of times. But I don't mind that there's no HUD. I've played without a HUD. Although the way I look at these hand histories, there may be a chance to get a HUD working. But for now, not. But yeah, just everything is great. I love playing without HUDs. I love exploiting people, and I'm not too GTO orientated. Works for lots of people. They might have a longer career than me, but after 10 years, I'm happy with where I'm at, and I prefer to just play on these types of sites and exploit people to the max. That'll lose me some viewers, but that's the truth. This guy is the fishier player. Who I've just got marked as a fish from a previous session, so I'm just going to call in position with a really nice playable hand. We can definitely 3-bet it sometimes, but, we're already in the pot with him, so happy days. We flop the second nuts, we block the nuts, we have a backdoor straight flush draw. So we're just going to bet, and I'm happy to bet big here, because people can have lots of pairs, sets, combos, or just, a 10, like ace-10. So I'm just going to bet big and try and get some money in the middle. Especially when one of those players is who I consider to be weaker. Sadly though, all 3 fold. Nobody had anything, so that is pretty unfortunate. Especially for one of the last hands of the video. But these things happen. These things happen. I think it's definitely better to just go ahead and bet big. Last hand approaching on the top right table. Like I say, make sure you get signed up to TonyBet. Give it a whirl. Really good deals. Part of our race now. Will all be listed below on our deals page. There's even some TonyBet races. The Everyone's a Winner promo. So good for tournament sitting goers and cash game players. Different leaderboards for everybody. Which evens the playing field. You've been removed from the table. How dare they? So yeah, that is the end of part 3 of 4. And I'm really looking forward to part 4 of 4. I'll be here to answer any questions. But yeah, good session overall. No hands really stand out, apart from that ace-8. But yeah, we got lots of value. We got some good ISOs. We got some good re-ISOs. So everything went to plan. Just wish I didn't lose that ace-8 one, because that was pretty much the only pot I lost for over like 10 big blinds. But we will keep the run continuing. So this was John for PokerVIP.com, and good luck at the tables.